So can Battlefield take on Call of Duty? This question is always rising in prominence anytime a Battlefield game comes out. Honestly, anytime a shooter comes out, that's the question. Can it take on Call of Duty? Well, the sheer volume and success from the engagement with the Battlefield 6 beta is making this a very relevant topic for discussion. Like, folks are weighing in on the matter. A very quick perusal of Twitter and YouTube, and you're going to see people making comparisons and even very, very strong declarations that this is actually going to happen. Now, apparently, Activision is keenly aware about this being something that people think could happen. Insider Gaming reported the following. They said, quote, speaking with sources who wish to remain anonymous because they were not authorized to talk about Activision's internal conversations, it's been said that although Activision is keeping a close eye on Battlefield, they are not worried about the game outcompeting its flagship franchise. Now, you might have seen headlines about this. You might have seen like too big to fail. That's actually where this came from. Insider Gaming went on to say that, quote, it said that Activision leadership believes that Call of Duty is too big to fail and will remain a profitable, annually released franchise for many years to come. Now, the second part, obviously there, I don't think anybody doubted that like Call of Duty would still be profitable and release something annually. I mean, they're monolithic within the gaming world. The question is, could this game sort of pull from the player base? Could it get people to start playing Battlefield instead? Could you get people to sort of like switch their allegiance? That's what I've continued to say. We're going to be looking at a lot of numbers here in a moment that are very impressive, but the real true test is 3 months in, will Battlefield 6 still have that new car smell? Will people still be making this sort of their main game? Because there's a lot of people, that's their main game, right? Warzone, Call of Duty, maybe their main game is like Apex or Fortnite. Will Battlefield cement itself as one of the main games within sort of that pie of live service shooters? Well, one former Blizzard boss had something to say about this. Mikey Barra took to Twitter in the wake of the crazy success of the Battlefield 6 beta, and he said, Battlefield will boot stomp Call of Duty this year, but the real win here is COD won't be lazy anymore, and we'll all get better FPS games for it. Now, he seems to think that Battlefield is bringing so much heat and momentum that Call of Duty will have to respond with their own direct answer, sort of in quality improvement. They're going to have to look at their own franchise. Many people feel that Call of Duty has not just grown stale, but it's gone low and down in quality. Now, there's an update, an event coming up for Black Ops 7, and maybe they have a strong answer in that debut. Now, according to the numbers of just the Battlefield 6 beta, Call of Duty may actually have to shake the dust off. Insider Gaming claimed here that Battlefield 6 has smashed past the 500,000 concurrent player mark on Steam, surpassing Call of Duty's all-time high of 491,000. Now, this is not a small feat to achieve, and it's worth noting, Insider Gaming admitted this, that this isn't the most fair comparison, especially considering the Battlefield 6 beta is free, but it still represents an enormous milestone if your beta can pull those kind of numbers on one platform. That's 500,000 players playing at the exact same time on one platform, just Steam. That doesn't include PlayStation or Xbox. Now, the studio boasted on Twitter that this is their largest beta ever, but the game is certainly not without its flaws. Liberation Peak is being heavily criticized with how easy it is to sort of climb the mountain ridge and just spawn camp with a sniper. On the first day of the beta, I was spawning in 3 different positions, and as soon as I would spawn on A, B, or E, I'm just seeing sniper glints everywhere. They need to consider that, whether it's sight lines that are too far, whether it's spawn points that should be indoors or behind things. They're going to have to look at tweaking that map. Now, beyond just design or logistical flaws and debates about spawn camping or sniper glints or what have you, cheating is also an issue. Reports are indicating that Battlefield 6's anti-cheat has blocked over 330,000 cheating attempts. More than 250,000 attempts at cheating. Now, EA officially stated that, quote, Javelin has prevented 330,000 attempts to cheat or tamper with anti-cheat controls. You've reported 44,000 instances of potential cheaters during day one, and another 60,000 so far today. We are already using these with our own gameplay integrity team to add and improve our detections of Battlefield 6. They're also working with the Battlefield Positive Play team to actively remove those reported we confirm to be cheaters. Now listen, if they can get the cheating under control, get some of these map design quibbles under control, the beta turnout could really make some of these predictions hold true. We gotta see, we may have an actual contender to go up against the Titan of Call of Duty after all these years. The question is, I wanna know what you think about this, because I'm still not sure if 3 months in, people are still playing this with the same fervor that they're playing right now.